Hey, hey, you guys. All right. Wow, we are hitting the end of the year. Today, I am doing this on the new moon in Capricorn. I want to go ahead and see what the next couple of days is going to bring for the collective. What are we bringing in for the new year? And let's go ahead and get started. We already had one that landed on the floor, heads up, and it is the Three of Wands. Yeah, the Three of Wands. Okay, Three of Wands is somebody here who is looking out at the future. So actually, I really like this card because we are going into 2025. We are in this new moon in Capricorn, so this is about new beginnings in different areas of our lives, depending on where the new moon is going to land in your chart. All right, Spirit, please show me what do we need to know for the next few days and what's going in. All right, we've got the Eight of Wands here. We've got the King of Cups, Six of Swords in the recent past. So a lot to do with traveling, maybe even people coming in from from a distance to see you. We did just get out of the holidays. Ace of Swords on your mind, some type of clarity or truth that is coming in for you, some type of information. We do have the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Wands. This is moving into calmer waters. What else do we have here? We have the Knight of Wands. A lot of fast moving action being taken. So I feel like you guys kind of feel like with the new year, it's like you're off to the races. Okay, lots of fire here and air. Fire and air, especially fire. What else do we have? We've got the Hanged Man. It showed up in the on its side. Hanged Man is usually about, it's kind of funny because it's kind of an oxymoron to all of this other energy. It's like you're really trying to get things going. Things are moving very quickly, but then you're at this standstill and it's like, I still don't know. I feel like you're trying to see things from a different perspective in some aspects, but it's almost like time for you to make a decision on something. The Three of Wands is about making that decision. We do have the King of Pentacles here. We have two kings now, King of Cups, King of Pentacles. Keep going. What's in the hopes and fears? The Knight of Cups, and what is the possible outcome for the collective, Spirit? What is the possible outcome? We have the High Priestess. Wow, bottom of the deck, Eight of Swords. I did see this card earlier. So now we have two eights showing up in the reading. And we have two kings also showing up in the reading. With that said, the Eight of Swords is like, feeling stuck, feeling like there's no way where to go. It's like all these things are happening around you. This could be very confusing. But for some of you, this is like a self-imprisonment, okay? A self-imprisonment of your own mind. And I feel like, maybe some things have been happening unbeknownst to you, and without, you really being an active participant, it's almost like you have to go one way, you're going another way, because I'm just seeing all this moving energies and almost like not even enough time to slow down before. And it's like there's this mental blockage. And like I said, with the Eight of Swords and the Ace of Swords, we've got the Nine of Swords here. And the Nine of Swords could be worry, over analysis paralysis, staying up in your head. I feel like you're going to have to really listen to your intuition, because there are some things that are going on in the background that are happening for you right now. But it's about you knowing that the sky is the limit. If you look at her, there is no roof over the top of her head. So I want to say for a lot of you, the sky is the limit. I think for a lot of you, there could be this King of Cups here, and this King of Cups does not have to be a king. It could be a queen, but the King of Cups is, emotional mastery. Maybe for some of you, this is about emotional mastery, mastering those emotions, because you look at her and she's not only stuck between all of these swords, but she also has this water at her feet. So this is like, um, trying to use your intellect when really what you need to be using is your emotion. It's almost like being in alignment with what it is that you're trying to manifest, instead of logically looking at these scenarios and going, okay, well, this seems like the logical thing to do. I feel like it's not the logical thing to do. If that's the way that you're going, unfortunately, I don't see that working out for you. I what I'm seeing here is you really needing to listen to your intuition and allow yourself to be guided by your intuition. It's almost like all the pieces of the puzzle need to be put together. It's like you have an idea of what you'd like to bring to the table. I think that how you're going to get to that is going to be the tough the tough thing to do, especially like I said, if you're trying to use your logical mind. Your logical mind is not going to work. It feels like, maybe your mind is all over the place. Well, I could do this, and maybe for a lot of you, it's because you're running scared. Well, I got to get this, I got to do this, I got to do this. But there's really no energies to support any of that. It's almost like you need to make a plan, make an idea, and then kind of watch how it plays itself out. I do feel like you are in the hanged man, almost ready to come out of this stagnant energy, even though mentally it's I just feel like mentally, and you know what? That's not surprising. Thank you, Spirit. They just showed me that Mercury is in Sagittarius, and we do have the Sagittarius card here um, with the Knight of Wands. So it's like zoom, 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 zoom. You have all these different. Well, I could do this, and if you're in like a bind, which I see where some of you guys are in a bind, um I feel like you're just trying to go, okay, well, I could do this and I could do this, because you're just trying to get yourself out of where you are. But again, there's no energies to support that. I feel like what you need to do is have all the pieces of the puzzle. You need to have the right people. You need to have the right scenario, so that you're not just walking into a situation. I feel like for some of you, it's like you have all these ideas, but maybe for some of you, you there's a little bit of fear. Okay, I'm definitely getting fear, especially with the 8 and the Ace of Swords. There's a lot of fear. um the challenge, I feel like, for some of you is people getting back, you know getting um getting back to you. Maybe you've sent out an email, text message, phone call. Be careful of scams also, because people could try to scam you at this time. And because you're running scared, you're more vulnerable to scams. That's kind of what I'm getting here too. Be very mindful. Don't be, spending money on something that maybe you shouldn't. Again, hold back on, whatever you're putting out. Scams could be like internet scams, like right now I'm looking for a house. Okay. And I started messaging back and forth, and I knew it was a scam. And I told the individual to call me, and it was some dude from India trying to get me to send him an application fee. And I was like, no, this is a scam. Like, okay, thanks anyway. And so, really, like, being, again, listening to your intuition, listening to that gut, because when you're in a situation where you're trying to get yourself out of it, you're more prone to making more mistakes financially, emotionally, and then for some of you, you're so afraid of making a mistake that you're not making any moves at all. Okay. So that's because, like, um, some of us could be like paralyzed, mentally paralyzed, like I got too many things going on in my head and I'm trying to figure out, but all you can do is take it one step at a time, one step at a time. This is saying, like, slow down. It's on its side. Like, don't be stagnant. Like this 8 of Swords up here, these are 2 cards of stagnancy. But like I said, this card is showing up on its side. So I do feel like there is some type of movement necessary on your part. Okay. Send out those emails, whether or not you get you know, a response, it doesn't hurt to plant the seed. That's what I'm saying. I do feel like there is going to be some type of clarity. And for a lot of you, you really don't see this coming in. There could be people in the background acting on your behalf. Again, these do not have to be kings, they could be queens. We do have also 2 knights here, and knights are the bringers of things. I think for what a lot of you guys are, you know, fearful of is making an emotional decision and not having all the information behind it. For others of you, you're hoping that, you know, wherever you end up is like, if it's a new job, I really hope that I end up in a place where I actually love it. Okay. I want to love what I do. Same thing as if you're moving, you know, I want to make sure that whoever it is that I'm renting from also has, you know, some type of empathy, and they're not just doing it for all the money, you know, that they can receive and hurting another person. Same thing in business, same thing in, you know, any circumstances. Maybe for some of you, this is about you choosing a relationship. Maybe there's three people in a relationship, or maybe two other people that you're choosing from, and you're hoping to make, you know, a practical decision, and maybe you have to cut one person out. And I think for a lot of you, you're thinking about cutting out this King of Cups and going towards this King of Pentacles. Or if this King of Pentacles is not in the, you know, maybe you don't know who this King of Pentacles is just yet. Because they haven't quite rode in on their horse, you know, the knight in shining armor. Definitely getting like knight in shining armor energy for a lot of you. And again, this does not have to be a romantic situation. For some of you, it is, because we do have the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. I'll be honest with you, if I was to choose, if you have somebody here who is emotionally manipulative and emotionally unavailable, it's time for you to cut this individual out. You're going to know who this person is, because I feel like if this is a romantic situation, you already know who this is. And unbeknownst to you, you could absolutely meet another person like literally right around the corner. But it's once you make the decision to dump this person, okay, dump this person, whoever it is that's keeping you in a mental prison. All right. So a couple of different scenarios here, but I am getting that there is some type of information. You're waiting on the information to travel in. Definitely a lot of travel back and forth. For some of you, you could be moving uh, at a distance from where it is that you are. It could be different terrain, by water, or, you know, overseas or something like that. And that information is coming in. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to be looking at your finances to see if you are going to have the, you know, are they going to pay me what I need? Or, you know, is this within my budget? You know, that kind of stuff. Um, and I feel like, again, you're going to have to listen to your intuition on that. I do, yeah, Six of Cups just wanted to show itself. So there's something from the past, or this is a soulmate situation. I kind of want to see if they can give me some clarity. What is this High Priestess here, Spirit? What's going on with the High Priestess as the outcome? Okay, so there is some type of an offer. It's a little suspended right now, has not fully come in. We always want to wait until you can see the sliver of the new moon in the sky. So maybe that's why it's not fully present and hasn't been completely offered to you just yet. But again, I do feel like there's an offer. It's a little uh, offer, and this is the Six of Wands, baby. This is victory, success. This is public recognition. You know, people wanting to work with you in your whatever scenario, you know, and we've got the Tower, but it's on its side. So it's not going to be so explosive. And we've got the Page of Swords here, another communication card, Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, Knight of Wands coming in. We've got the Eight of Wands, which is fast moving communication, but that's what's in the challenge. Again, it's been a little delayed. I'm definitely seeing delays here. Something that you don't see coming in, you're going to have to listen to your intuition. And maybe for you, you're going to have to listen to your intuition on who and what you want to invest your time, your energy, your effort, your health, your wealth. All of those things go under the guise of the Pentacles. So do take a look at your finances. I feel like for a lot of you financially, you know, maybe it's been a little unsteady, but I feel like you're going to have what you need in order to make it through. Listen, anything that is meant for us will never pass us by. So get out of this mental prison, and get yourself into a place where you're, hot and ready to go. Okay, if I need to walk away from this relationship, or I need to walk away from this job, I need to cut this out, then you can make those practical moves in order for you to put yourself into alignment with whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. Listen, new year 2025 is going to be a freaking crazy year. If you guys really thought that the last 4 years were crazy, you were only in the lobby. Now it's time, 2025, for the major, major, massive shifts that are going on in 2025. And let me tell you, you're going to have some thick skin and be patient and flexible in this new year, because there's, again, going to be a lot of changes. We have some major, major shifts when it comes to the planets. These are not small. We have Saturn and Neptune both moving in Aries next year. We've got Jupiter. These are all the outer planets that take longer to go around the sun, which makes significant effort and significant changes in our lives. And so, like, we are finished with these lessons that we've been learning for all these years. And now we are moving on to new lessons. Jupiter will be in Cancer. We have, like I said, Saturn and Neptune will be in Aries, and we just had Pluto move into Aquarius for the next 20 years. So it kind of gives us an idea of the big shift. So it's like, once we get through learning all these lessons, now we got to go through and learn a whole new set of lessons. So it's definitely going to be a wild and crazy year, you guys, but happy new moon in Capricorn, and happy new moon, happy new year. Thank you guys for all of your support throughout the last few years. I love each and every one of you, and I wish you all nothing but the best. I am still doing my buy one, gift one half off sale over on my website. It is only going to be out for one more day. Tomorrow is going to be the end of that sale. So if you want to get in, I suggest you do so. Anyway, if you want to check me out over on Facebook and Instagram, check me out on The Footsteps to Peace or Peace Unhinged Tarot. Love you guys all so much. Thank you again for all your support throughout all these years. Take care.